Hi guys, this is Lashette from Scarlet Moon Creations, and I'm back with my first monthly plan with me of 2022. I follow the moon cycles, and this is the plan with me for the dark moon of January, the dark moon in Capricorn. Happy New Year, guys. And I'm continuing with the theme I started last year of every month using a tarot deck that I'm studying as my inspiration for the setup look in my bullet journal. This month I'm using the Llewellyn Tarot, an oldie but goodie, one of my favorites. And this deck is a Rider-Waite-Smith inspired deck, and the theme, I guess, is Welsh mythology throughout the major arcana. So it's slightly different. The deck is a little water damaged, but let's look at it real quick. So the sign of Capricorn is associated with the Devil card, and I'm going to put that on the screen here because I made a mistake and pulled out the Death card and used that for my cover image, but it's fine, it's okay. The Devil card, as you can see, is a little bit different than normal in a Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This is the Wild Herdsman, more of a horn god look, which goes with Welsh mythology, rather than a Christian devil. Color scheme wise, this deck has a lot of dark browns, as you saw on the back, and kind of this beigey yellow. The artwork is all watercolor, which I absolutely love, and a little bit muted, very earthy tones, even in, let's say, like the water suit. So I picked out supplies to go with that. Using my Cotman watercolors from Winsor & Newton, and pens and markers that are yellows, browns, and oranges, and one gold just for a little bit, something different. And of course, I use my water brush usually for the watercolor. As you can see, I have my trusty handmade page tags, so I know which pages are what when I want to do my setup. Since we have a little bit of time, it's time to confess that somehow I lost half my footage. It's not lost, I did not press record, and so you'll miss the beginning of me making the first 2 pages, I believe it is, my cover page and my monthly log. The cover page, which you'll see in a second, is with the Death card image I penciled in and watercolored, and I decided to really draw from the cards the framing that is around each image. That's all the watercolor, basically, that and the cover page. And I drew lines and those diamond shapes that are on the backs of the cards. Kind of an in-between of that dark woody brown and the beigey yellow framing on the front. I did not have the working fountain pen to do the scroll work on the side, unfortunately, but that's okay. You also missed out on the drying time it took. The paper held up pretty good. I'm used to non-watercolor paper buckling when water is introduced. This kind of curled a whole lot more into itself, but not impossible to use. So as you know by now, if you saw my annual setup, this is a much bigger notebook that I'm used to using. So that's why I went with the framing, because I knew I had a whole lot more space than usual. My monthly log is there on the left. I will go back and put in the moon phases later. On the right, my projects page, the usual, but on the bottom half, I decided to add in some habit trackers, individual ones, and I'll come back and put in which habits I'm tracking there. But this is not the only trackers I've decided to now include. Trackers are a way for me to keep up with some of my annual objectives this year. Oh, here's a look at my cover page. Like I said, I used the death card by accident. I'm thinking about going back and drawing and watercoloring the devil card like I was supposed to and like washi taping it over the cover. What do you think, guys? Let me know. But I kept it pretty simple with that card. Now I'm ready to finally set up a new spread. I kept all these erasing clips in here so I could talk to you about what I did with those pages since I lost the previous footage. Quite honestly, it kind of went downhill from here. I was making my trackers here on another new page, but it didn't go well. I messed up and I noticed it very early. So once I figured out I didn't film the other parts, I just gave up. So here is the flip through and I'll tell you what I did. Okay, on my monthly page, my monthly log, I've added the moon phases on the side, some events coming up. My quarantine ends today. I have a live show with a book club and another one the following day. I'll be going to copy my Book of Shadows on the 6th, and then finally, since quarantine has ended, my family gift exchange could happen on the 7th. I've got a full moon ritual on the 9th, and some birthdays on the 12th and 13th, as well as a Zoom meeting for the Foodway and my booster shot, followed by the actual full moon in Cancer and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s day. Now for my projects this month, I've got the taxes and starting the new job search. Also a Llewellyn deck study. So here's another look at that deck. For my first plant ally, I want to work with mugwort and the gift exchange, which you saw on my monthly log, will be happening. And I need to work on my spring restock. Copy the Book of Shadows, again something I have a date scheduled for already on my monthly log. The 2021 review videos, Google Ads for Excelsior Events, my other business. I had the spring restock twice, so I crossed it out. Declutter my desk area, visit parks in the winter, look for the new GYN, a new allergist, and a new dentist. For what I'm tracking here, it will be the study of the Llewellyn deck, a 10-minute tidy every day, using my bullet journal every day since I have habit trackers now, and working with mugwort. For the next page, the much bigger tracker, this I think of my wellness tracker, and my sleep tracker is the first section. I put it for 8 hours because that's when I know I've had the best amount of sleep. If I don't get that, my brain doesn't work properly throughout the day. Next is the water tracker, and I have it set for 8 cups. I know that's not the be all end all, but I want to keep track of how much water I'm taking in, even though I know it's a lot. Next, I have the food and exercise, and I a column for each meal: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack, and then one for exercise. I'm not keeping track of what exercise I'm doing, but just that I've exercised at all is important. And as far as the meals, it's more that I'm eating on time that I'm worried about. Lastly, I have the mood tracker, and I'm just going to put either happy face stickers in here or write the mood. On the side I have the dates, which I've put in incorrectly, but I've got the moon tracker so I can put in when I have my period. And on the bottom of the page, I will put my thoughts or how this tracker should be used and a review once it's done, because I can already see stuff that's not working. The last two pages are old favorites, my memories page and my monthly review page, both of which will be filled out at the end of the lunar cycle by me. So less spreads this year, and I'm happy for it. Let me know what you think. I haven't done trackers in a long time, and this setup was a mess doing from beginning to end, but I think I was a little worn out by all of the planning videos I was doing and the setup. So please excuse me. If you follow me for a while, you know it's not usually this messy. But like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you are new. There will be, as always, monthly setup videos coming. Hit the notification bell so you know when the next videos come out. Next up will be those review videos for bookish content. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.